love me. Tell me pretty lies, look me in the face. Tell me that you love me, even if it's fake.
Namaste. Welcome to my channel, Max, my heartbeat. How are you all? I hope everyone is doing fine, right? Thank you. And what's up, guys? Is everything good? I hope everyone is enjoying your holidays, right? Okay, thank you. And along with enjoying holidays, try to watch my videos also, so that I can feel happy. Okay. And one more thing, really I wanted to say this. Anyhow, you are having holidays and you will not be touching any books, nothing. But for practicing mathematics, I hope you need to concentrate and listen properly to learn mathematics, right? So, no need of taking any books, just watch my videos and learn mathematics. That is very easy, right? So, try to watch my videos and learn mathematics. And you already know that I am teaching basic mathematics along with IIT JEE. Of course, now I have given a small break for IIT JEE. Very soon I will continue my IIT JEE classes also. It's not a problem. But before that, for you little kids or whoever it may be who are learning basic mathematics, for them I want to continue my classes. Already I have explained so many concepts. So in my today's class I want to explain next topic, that is direct proportion. Okay, so let us continue our basic mathematics with our new topic, which is called direct proportion. So what is the name of our topic today? Direct proportion. Okay. So what is direct proportion? First of all, what is a proportion? So we have some definition. Let us learn the definition now. When a change in one quantity, okay, when a change in one quantity results to a change in other quantity, okay, when a change in one quantity results to a change in other quantity, comma, then such quantities are said to be in direct proportion or proportion. Direct proportion or proportion. Okay, direct proportion is also called as proportion. Understood? So let us understand the definition once again. When a change in one quantity results to a change in other quantity, then the two quantities are said to be in direct proportion or proportion. Please make it a note, very very important definition. What is proportion? Okay. Okay. Now let me explain you this with an example. Let us continue with an example. So what is that example? I will take simple example. See here. So now you are enjoying your summer holidays, right? So this is summer. So let us talk about our favorite fruit, that is mango. So if I take cost of one mango is equal to rupees, for suppose 10 I am taking. Okay. Cost of one mango is how much? Rupees 10. I want cost of 15 mangoes. How can I find? Already you know, right? When cost of one quantity is given, cost of more quantities are we have to find out, means what we have to do? Multiplication. So multiply 15 into 10 is rupees 150. Correct? If cost of one mango is rupees 10, then cost of 15 mangoes is how much? 15 into 10 is 150. For suppose I don't want cost of 15 mangoes. Why? Because so that many members are not there in my home. Ours is a small family, so I want only 5 mangoes. How many mangoes? 5 mangoes. So cost of 5 mangoes. How to find out now? The same 10 rupees I have to multiply by which number now? 5. So 5 into 10 is equal to rupees 50. Correct? See here, if I am taking the cost of 15 mangoes, this is becoming 150 rupees. The same cost, if I am taking the quantity as 5 mangoes, then the cost also becoming 50 rupees. Means if I am increasing the cost of, number of units, number of fruits, then the cost of fruits is also increasing. If I am decreasing the number of fruits, then the cost of fruits is also decreasing. Understood? So this type of concept or whatever that thing we are learning is called what? A direct proportion. Understood now everybody? When a change in one quantity results in a change in other quantity, then the two quantities are said to be in proportion. Now see here, what are my two quantities here? Number of fruits and cost of fruits. Both are my two quantities. If I am increasing the number of fruits here, my cost of fruits is also increasing. Correct? If I am decreasing the number of fruits here, my cost of fruits is also decreasing. Understood? This is about direct proportion. I hope everybody understood now. So now I have some example problems. Let us solve these examples so that you can understand more clearly about direct proportion. So let us continue with our first example. So what is the first example here? I hope you can do now easily. Correct? See here. Let me write the example first. First example. If 7 kg of onions cost 140 rupees, how much must we pay for 12 kg onions? Okay, this is our question. See here, cost of 7 kg of onions is how much? 140 rupees. Now, how many kgs of onions we have to find out? 12 kg onions. Correct? So, already we know that cost, number of units and cost of units are in direct proportion. So, now we can use direct proportion here. So, listen. So, first solution, first step. Cost of 7 kg of onions is equal to rupees 140. Okay, in the same way, let cost of 12 kg of onions, okay, is equal to, I am taking this as x. Okay, so what is the cost of 7 kg of onions? 140 rupees. How many kgs of onions cost we have to find out? 12 kgs, right? So now let me take that 12 kg of onions cost as rupees x. If not, let me type it as rupees x. Okay. Now let me write this as proportion, that is 7:2, means ratio of 7 and 140 is also equal to ratio of 12 and x. Understood? Ratio of 7 and 140 is also equal to ratio of 12 and x. Now we can do like this. See here, take the ratio in the form of division. 7 by 140 fraction is equal to, now I can write this as 12 by x. Okay. So now cross multiply, means multiply this 7 with x and 12 with 140. Okay. So 7 into x is equal to 12 into 140. Once again, first what you have to do means first take the ratio of 7 and 140, that is 7:140. both ratios should be equal. So in between is equal to sign and take the ratio of 12 and x, that is 12 is to x. So ratio we can write in the fraction form as 7 by 140 is equal to 12 by x. Okay. Now 7 into x. Now x is equal to, okay, 12 into 140 divided by 7. I hope everyone knows 7 table, right? So 7 table 14 how many times? 2 times, correct? So 7 1 7, 7 2 is 14 and 0 becomes 0, okay? So x is equal to 12 into 20. If you don't know how to multiply, just you multiply 12 into 2. How much 12 into 2? 24, right? And one more 0 you add simply like that. So rupees 240. Understood? So therefore cost of 12 kg of onions, how much? Rupees 240. This is how we have to solve our first example. I hope everybody understood, right? Okay, now let us continue our next one more example. If not, will you try this example as homework and show the answer in your comment section, okay? So let note down this example now. Homework. So homework example note down. Second one. 2 mobiles cost 16,000 rupees. How much? 16,000 rupees. How much will okay, let me write here one more word, that is money. Okay, how much money will be required to buy? What we have to buy now? How many mobiles? 13 such mobiles. Okay, already I have explained now. Same like this first example. So first step what you will write? Cost of how many mobiles? 2 mobiles is equal to rupees 16,000. Next, let cost of how many mobiles? 13 mobiles is equal to rupees x. Next, you have to take the ratio 2 is to 16,000 is equal to 13 is to x. Like that, you have to solve your problem. Okay. So one more example is there. Let me explain this example. Somewhat complicated. So next example, that one, second one I have given as homework. Now third one. For 9 cows, 13 kg, 500 grams of feed supplement. Sorry, it is, I hope it is food supplement. Okay. Food supplement is required. Okay. Every day. Here this is our required. Every day in the same proportion. In the same proportion. Comma, how much will be needed for how many cows? 12 cows. Okay, so this one will solve now. So what's our question? For 9 cows, 13 kg 500 grams of food supplement are required every day in the same proportion. Okay, means every day they are consuming the same amount of food supplement. Like that, for 9 cows, how much food supplement is required? 13 kg 500 grams of food supplement is required. Okay, how much will be needed for 12 cows for the same number of days, being the number of days as constant for let's x number of days, for the same x number of days for 12 cows, how much food supplement will be required, we have to find out. Understood? So that is our question. So now solution. So food supplement required for 9 cows is equal to 13 kg 500 grams. Okay, so let me convert this kilograms and grams into grams directly. How can I convert? 13 kg can be written as 13,000 grams plus 500 grams. So this totally becomes 13,500 grams. Okay, now let food supplement required for how many cows? 12 cows is equal to x. Okay, I hope everybody understood first 2 steps, right? So here he has given our quantity in terms of kilograms and grams. So let us convert kilograms and grams into the smallest unit, that is grams. Okay, so 1 kilogram is equal to how many grams? 1000 grams, right? So 13 kg is equal to how many grams? 13,000 grams. So total how much now? 13,000 grams plus 500 grams becomes 13,500 grams. Now food supplement required for 12 cows is equal to x. Okay, x grams. Now let us find out the value of unknown quantity, that is x. So I am erasing the 2 steps now. So let me write the proportion. Okay, so first 9 cows, so 9 is to 13,500 is equal to 12 is to x. Okay, 9 is to 13,500 is equal to 12 is to x. So now take the ratio as fraction. 9 by 13,500 is equal to 12 by x. Now what you have to do? Cross multiplication, right? So 9 should be multiplied by x. So 9 into x is equal to, what we have to do? Cross multiplication. Means 9 should be multiplied by x and 12 should be multiplied by 13,500. So that is equal to 12 into 13,500. Okay. Now we want x. So x is equal to 12 into 13,500 divided by, into 9 becomes by 9. Okay, whenever if any quantity is multiplying in the left hand side, then it becomes division on the right hand side. Okay, so 9 table 135, 9 table 12 is not possible. If not, we can go with 3 table, but it is lengthy, so let us go with 9 table directly here. 9 ones 9. Okay, again 9 ones 9, 4 remains 45, 9 5s 45, 0 0. If not, 9 ones 9, if 15 table 9 times 135, so 9 15s 135 with 0 2 zeros becomes 500, I mean 1500. So x is equal to 12 into 1500. Now only I said no, just multiply 15 into 12 and keep 2 zeros as it is. So 12 5s 60. Okay, if not 15 to is 30. Okay, now 15 months 15, 15 plus 3 is 18. So 180 00. Now we have to take this as grams. Okay. Now let us convert this again into kilograms. So how to convert grams into kilograms? So that is equal. So x is equal to. So I can write 18,000 grams divided by 1 gram is 1 kg is equal to how many grams? 1000 grams, right? So divided by 1000. Here we should write grams as kilograms. Okay, so 3 zeros cancel. X is equal to 18 kg. Okay, so how many kg will be needed for 12 cows here? 18 kg. Understood? So this is how we have to solve our problems in direct proportion. Really, these problems based on direct proportion, inverse proportion and compound proportion, everything you will be getting in the competitive exams. Whoever writing competitive exams, these concepts are very, very important. So learn these concepts very well so that you can never do mistakes in the competitive exams. I hope everyone understood whatever I have explained today in my 2 examples and along with the concept direct proportion. So that's all for today, guys. So before ending my video, let me say you something. If you really like my video, please share my video to your friends so that they too can learn mathematics. If they are inspired, they will share to many as much as possible. And if anyone really like my video, subscribe my channel so that you can learn maths more perfectly. If you have any doubt or if you want any concept, please mention in the comment section and give it a thumbs up if possible. And that's all for today. Let us meet in the next video. Take care.